Super Luminati. Super Luminati. Don't hurt yourself when you're Illuminati. Oh, yeah. Illuminati. Yeah. I don't know. So, this is Super Luminauts. We got our exercise, and now we can take our ships and
fly off into space. I got
blast off fireworks in space, because that's essentially this game.
It's kind of like
This reminds me of what if the Last Starfighter was like a 3D arena battle game, where you like fire bomb streaks or laser bolts. This is like what if Star Wars lasers, plasma beams, stayed in space.
Yeah.
In the dogfights.
In a sense, it's like if the laser beams were laser bikes in Tron.
Yeah. That's. It's actually a pretty neat game. I think there's 6 to 12 different ships, and you can choose the color palette of your ship, which is pretty neat, on like a circular palette.
Yeah, and then like when you select that color, it basically locks that color to your team. So if somebody wants to pick that color, they'll join your team.
To be honest, I don't remember the price of this game. I think it's like 5 to 15 to give you the price range. But
it already has more value than
Party Poopers?
Yeah, because
honestly, this seems like this has the potential. Like Party Poopers, I think we forgot to say had like 2 to 4. Players at once. This it looks like you're gonna have 4, but the possibilities when you're playing, it would be an intense game because there's going to be streaks everywhere and you have to dodge them, and plus it's cool that you can change the settings in this where you can up the shields, damage, and what was the other option?
You could make your ships go faster.
Yeah, the speed of the ships.
And you can even change how your bullets are.
Yeah, so there's a lot of, and there's a few modes, but there's a lot of different like quirks you can do. It's not as detailed as say like Smash Brothers, but I mean
you're comparing an apple to an orange at that point. This would be, this is a
you're
little more.
You're comparing a kid's apple versus like extra large apple.
An extra large caramel apple, where it's like apple. The entire core is caramel and it's just the skin.
Honestly, we don't really see a lot of like spaceship kind of games, like multiplayer player versus player games. So I would give this, I'd say it's pretty fun. I mean, you're not going into this game to play graphics. It's sort of got like a...
But it has like a really cool, I would say it's more like it has those cool vector graphics sort of styles.
Yeah, it's got like vector / Nintendo, somewhere between Nintendo and Super Nintendo, and the matches go super fast. Now, I wouldn't say this is a con game. I wouldn't go that far, but...
I would go far to call it a con game.
I would say like this is a game that you would, if Caffeine 1UP, or if you're going to any like drop-in video game center, I think they would have this game just chilling. To have like a mini casual tournament. I don't see it getting like huge.
Yeah, I think it'd be like just one game.
Like people would play a few games and that's it.
Or like it'd be like one game that everyone plays in like a round of like a mystery games tournament. Yeah,
I would see it as a mystery game. Like I wouldn't see this as like a go-to. Like, guys, you got to bring this game along. It's fun. Like we only had the experience of 2 people, but I can see with 4 people it'd be a lot more interesting. I think it'd be a lot more intense because the bolts stay on the screen.
Yeah.
But I would say like for a score for me, I wouldn't say it's average. I wouldn't say it's a 6 or a 7. I'd probably give it a 7.5, 8.5.
I would give it a 7 as well because it's a little better than the. Because here's the difference between Party Poopers and this game. One, as you said, it's very fast paced. Yeah. And while there's fewer game modes, the game modes are more or less like more core than like with those games, which take like I don't know. And there's not a lot of annoying repetitions. Like
that's the thing. Like each match we played, even though the modes there were like 5 modes.
No, 3 modes actually.
I felt like each game was unique, even though like the actual what happened was different. The fact that there were objects in a lot of the levels, I felt like that really changed the strategy. And like when we went into whatever was the last mode, there were like 15 different levels, like pre-made levels. And I don't know if you can you can make your own.
You can kind of unintentionally make your own.
Yeah.
How it works is whenever you play like in one mode, and at the end of the game, you get to choose which ones you would pick as like a snapshot.
Yeah.
And that would be your. But unfortunately, it leads into like some very unbalanced maps.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like some of the maps were like, well, you know, there was a top part and a bottom part blocked off, and like you would just play in the middle. And while those were interesting, I don't know how that would work. And like, especially with 4 people, it's like, how would that work?
No, I'm talking about like how one corner literally has like thousands of lines, and if you're the unlucky sap that starts in that corner.
Well, I mean, it's everything's fair in Love and War. So I mean, in this Super Luminauts, it's fair. You just happen to regenerate in that area, then you're screwed. So I'd say it's fun. I wouldn't say it's like super fun or super hot.
This would be like
it's like decent, like decent.
It's a fun game you can play if you want to waste a night away and you just got too tired of playing
I'd say
Jackbox.
It's fun, but it wouldn't be a game that I would be like, okay, we gotta play that game again like every night. I'd say it's like a game you play like once a week, once every few weeks maybe.
Or even like just one time a month, or like one time just in total.
Yeah, and then like you would add it to your rotation every once in a while.
Yeah, this is more of a rotary game.
Yeah, that's what I feel like too. Alright.
Well, let's rotary out of here.
Illuminate your breath. Illuminate.
Keep on illuminating.